If you've only been playing Arc Raiders for a few weeks and you're thinking about committing to Expedition, you might actually be about to make a mistake. Or it could turn out to be a good decision. So let's break down whether Expedition is actually worth it for beginners and who should absolutely avoid it. First, let's have a quick recap in case you are new. When you do commit to Expedition, your stash is going to be wiped, your levels reset, your workshop progress reset, your blueprints reset. You're basically starting again from zero. In exchange, you get permanent skill points and long-term progression bonuses. So, in theory, it's short-term pain for long-term gain. However, if you are still figuring the game out, this pain might just slow you down and might not be worth it this time around. Now, I do have another video on my channel where I go a bit further into how the expedition works, what you're going to need to do, all those kind of good details. I'll leave a link in the description for that. Now, to try and cover as many bases as possible, I'm going to split beginners into 3 different categories. Now, number 1, under 1 million stash value. Number 2, 1 to 3 million stash. And number 3, over 3 million. Because your answer when you're asking yourself, should you do the expedition, depends completely on where you fall. If you are under 1 million stash value, I honestly wouldn't commit. You're still learning the game, you're still learning how to survive raids, how to manage your resources, what's actually valuable, how the economy works. If you wipe now, you're probably putting yourself in a worse position. I would probably wait it out, level yourself up, get a better stash value, get all your skills done, and then go for the 3rd expedition. I also think if you're at that kind of level and there's only around 10 days left until expedition is ready to depart, you're going to be grinding the game. You're going to be forcing yourself to perhaps play a bit longer than you would, trying to force it through. And the last thing you want to do is kind of burn yourself out from the game when you've probably only recently just started. Now, between 1 to 3 million stash value, I would say this is where it gets a bit more interesting and you've probably got more of a decision to make. But ask yourself, have you unlocked the key workshop upgrades? Do you understand the actual progression loop? Are you consistently extracting? If the answer is yes, expedition might be worth it. If you're still struggling to survive, still learning the game, you might regret it because you're going to go back to level 0 with no skills and it's going to make it a lot harder on yourself. If you're over 3 million and you've got majority of the resources that you need for Expedition 2, I'd seriously consider committing. If you're over 3 million, you've probably leveled up quite a bit already. You've got a good understanding of the game. You're experiencing the progression. You know exactly what you're giving up and you've got time to put back into the game. You're going to rebuild a lot faster on the second time round. You're going to get the buffs, you're going to get the cosmetics, and you're going to have 5 additional skill points. I'm actually going to add one more final category. I've just thought about it as I'm recording this. You are a player who jumps in on the weekend and plays with the boys, or plays with the girls, whoever you play with. I don't think you should do it, to be honest. If you're just playing a few hours on the weekend, Friday, Saturday, it's probably not going to be worth it for you. You're going to have to really, really grind out the game and play more than you do now. You're also probably not even going to have the time to do this if you're only playing on the weekends anyway. And even if you did manage to grind it out, you're probably going to stop enjoying the game as much. And also, every time you jump on the weekend, you're not going to have your correct loadout, or your favourite loadout, I should say. And you're probably going to end up thinking, why am I even playing this game? I'm not having fun. And it's just going to ruin the game for you. So honestly, if you're a casual player, I would just avoid completely. Now, I also think there's a side to the expedition that no one's really talking about. And it's not just mechanical, it's more psychological. Some people love a reset, a fresh start. Some people are just going to burn out instantly. If losing everything sounds exciting, you probably want to do it. If losing everything makes you anxious and think, I can't be bothered doing that, I probably just wouldn't do it. And you're going to enjoy the game a lot more. I don't think you're missing out on anything spectacular. I don't think it's for everyone. And I also don't think it's going to hurt any fun you're having in this game long term. You're still going to be able to jump on at the weekend. You're not going to be at a massive disadvantage. My final honest take here, if I'm completely brand new and I'm under 1 million stash, I'd skip this expedition, build up, learn the game, and then probably go hard next cycle. That's what I've done. I didn't do Expedition 1. I didn't want to reset at the time. I didn't have enough hours in the game. I didn't understand it. But I'm doing the second one. If I'm over 3 million and I'm confident, I'd commit, which is exactly what I'm doing. Because long term, I know I'm going to put the hours into the game, and long term, the skill points are going to stack up. How much stash value are you sitting on right now? Drop it in the comments and tell me if you are committing or skipping. I'll reply and I can give you some advice on what I'd personally do. I am documenting everything to do with Expedition this time around. As soon as I've departed, I will be dropping another video on what happens when you depart and how that process all works. If you have enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe for more. And thank you for taking the time to watch.